Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for yesterday's 3-2 home defeat in the 6-pointer against Norwich City. Disappointing, yes, but honestly, all is not lost. I feel there's been a little bit of an overreaction on social media and definitely in the stands around me yesterday. The game is not up yet. There is 11 games to go and we go again, but we have to look back on yesterday's defeat. And as always, let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that the gaffer picked to start the match. And so, 2 changes were made from the team who drew 2-2 at Luton Town in the week. It was 2 changes that I was calling for. Duncan Watmore come in to start instead of Andreas Volsammer, and George Saville returned in the centre of midfield to replace Jamie Shackleton, who was in fact ill and not in the squad. Yeah, look, I'm going to start by saying, the overreaction, in my opinion, just proves that during COVID, 14 games without a win, Gary Rowett wouldn't have kept his job, because if you're unhappy at this point where we are as a club and the structure of things and how the future is looking for us, not just with the training ground but the young team we're building, and everyone's on board with it, I worry for you, because we are massively punching above our weight. We are, that's a fact. And I know some of you are going, what about Huddersfield? What about Luton? What about fucking Southend? What about Derby? What about, other teams, Bradford, off the top of my head, just to name a few. We're doing really, really well. And although if you look back through a history of my videos, you'll go, yeah, you want every time we win, I'll get it. Of course I'm going to get it. I accept that. No, you still want Rowett out now, you mug. There's a timeline on my videos, and you can go back and check any of them. In the summer, just gone, I said, I feel there's something different this season about Rowett. He seems to have a newfound swagger. I also said when we lost the game at home, let's not press the panic button just yet. And we built a really good team. We would have had others involved, of course. I'm talking about Kevin Nesbitt. We didn't get that deal done. That was not the club's fault. That was out of their hands. So, yes, we're light in areas. We do know that. Of course, we always have this long injury list. But, look, we're in a really good position. And I remember saying last month that February, will define our season. If you'd offered me us starting March or finishing, after Saturday's game, a point off the playoffs, I would have absolutely beat your hand off. We're in a fantastic position and we're competing with these sides, we're competing with the Burnleys. We beat Sheffield United 3-2. Okay, we lost to Norwich 3-2. But these clubs, Norwich especially, they're a yo-yo team, usually win the league or if not, definitely promoted. Got a little bit of a new manager bounce still about them. And, shit happens, basically. I don't think it's time to fold and crumble and start pointing fingers. I still honestly, and I've said this for a while, I still think we will fall short this season. Due to nothing other, the desire is there, the togetherness is there. It's been a brilliant season. I'm not being negative. I do feel we will fall short this season due to us, maybe a lack of strength in depth. Although in the forward areas is where I feel we are slightly lacking. And to be fair, fucking Tom Bradshaw and Zian Fleming are absolutely on fire. I think they've got 13 goals each now. So we're definitely not lacking in that department. But I don't know, I just feel 1 or 2 maybe short. Maybe again this year, but we're still building. But look, all the time the dream's there, all the time the carrot's going to be dangled. We're going to continue. We'll go to Reading now. We'll wipe our mouth of Saturday's result, and we'll go after the Royals. Should take a good few up there. Should be taking more, but I'll cover that on Thursday in the video. But look, it's definitely there for the taking. But on reflection of the game, let's get into it. I thought the team selection that he picked was very good. I thought it looked attacking. It's not far off what I would suggest is near on our best side. They come to town, they try to pop the ball, Norwich, they do pop the ball. And by the way, in my opinion, I was sitting up that end, great noise from their fans, top and bottom tier field. Again, look, this is where we are as a club now, selling out home ends, packed top tiers, lower tiers, away ends. It's brilliant, it's where we want to be as a club, we're moving forward. But fair play to the Norwich fans, they're very friendly Norwich fans, and I find it difficult to dislike them. But they're a good side. They're heading in the right direction. Of course, they are back to where they usually come from. But I thought their fans are brilliant. I don't agree with the flares, obviously, but they made some good noise, and I thought they was really, really well supported on the day. We silenced them, though, because we took the lead. Zian Fleming, it's a Charlie Creswell, long one forward. Zian Fleming gets something on the header. In real time, and originally watching the replays, I thought the 2 defenders had collided. Bradshaw goes through. It's a fantastic finish. In reality, and I've watched extended highlights now on YouTube, because I watched their equaliser about 109 times, which I'll get into in a minute. It gives you, on these extended highlights, other angles. And if you thought Bradshaw's goal was good, which I did, Turns out it's even fucking better because it's not a clash of defenders. Well, it is, but they've not, touched the ball between them. Bradshaw's actually taken it away with him with like a side heel. Brilliant touch. It was a world-class finish. It was a world-class goal. Fleming header. It's a superb touch from Bradshaw. Absolutely mugs their two defenders who clatter into each other. And he comes through. Bradshaw, 3-4 months ago, may well have missed that. May well have scuffed it, but not Bradshaw now. Back him. Give him chances. He'll score your goals. I can't keep saying it. Brilliant finish, though. Didn't just finish it. Absolutely sledgehammered it into the top bin. And we're flying. And after that, I thought we did well. I've seen conflicting things on socials, and that's, you're entitled to your opinion. But I didn't feel we sat back. I don't feel we defended. I felt we continued that pressure. We nearly score again. Come through, great pattern again. Pattern of play from the players. Attacking, exciting, overlapping, getting beyond players. And that's exactly what Ollie Burke does. Unfortunately, his shot is just wide. After that, Norwich are going to have possession. They'll have possessions against the majority of teams in this division, especially us, because unfortunately, yes, we're doing well, and I can't praise the club highly enough at the minute, but we do play, as we know, games out of possession quite a lot of the time. The equaliser. Okay, I was doing the live stream, and I've sort of half seen it. It's down the other end. In real time, I'm thinking, well, what's happened here? Because he shot from the edge of the area, okay? It's not gone at pace, his body's in the way, and it's gone in, so something's not right. I did, in my full-time reaction, suggest, on the back of a lot of recommendations from comments in the stream and people around me, George Long, get him out of goal. He's fucking useless. I'm going to defend George Long. I watched it over and over and over again. And the problem actually with the goal, right, is if you watch it back on whatever highlights, the extended ones or the normal ones, watch from the corner, right? Our players are fucking running around like these chickens. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. We got caught out, and this is, we've only got ourselves to blame here. And this will be down to planning and the manager and setups. They'll have setups now in this day and age. They'll have boards. They'll know exactly who's attacking from where on corners and free kicks and who's defending from where. So them boards will be there in place. Everyone will know their job. But for whatever reason, no one knew what the fucking they was doing. And at one point, they was like doing the conga, three of them, round in and around. So let me tell you a really easy way to stop this. And again, it could be maybe, I'm not blaming Long, but as a goalkeeper, I would say, right, you front post, you back post, you pick up anyone that's coming in on the edge or might come in from the edge, rest of your man mark, and then I'll have one of you on the point of the 6-yard box, okay, to maybe stop any short ones or stop any flick-ons at the front post. That's all you got to do on that corner, and it stops happening. Exactly what happened. Ball out to the edge of the box, shot from the edge of the box, and one more thing before I comment on the goal, people go, well, it's bollocks, people shooting from, but they're allowed to shoot from distance. As a goalkeeper, and I'm not blaming Long, I'm talking about when I used to play in goal, right? In any team, as a manager and as a defence, what you will hope to do is limit the opposition to long-range shots. So when people are saying, well, you're letting them shoot from out there, that's what you want. You want them to shoot. They're going to shoot in a football match. You're going to have shots fired at you. What you want is to restrict your opposition to long-range shots. And that has happened. However, it's terrible. It just needs a bit of organisation in there. I'm not blaming Long. He isn't the captain. Cooper is. I'm not blaming Cooper. It probably falls at the feet of the coaching staff and the management, or maybe the players have not paid attention to detail and what they should be doing at this specific corner. It happened to us earlier in the season, didn't it? At the other end, Callum Stiles switched off and they scored from a short corner. Shot comes in. Long goes down. And Fleming sort of doesn't really get in his eye line. It does look like that from the actual highlights, but the extended ones from behind the goal. But we love him, the Bermondsey Bergkamp. But he's swung a foot at it from a shot that's come in from 10 metres away. He's got to connect. He doesn't connect. It deflects, changes direction, and goes in. And now we will never know whether George Long would have saved it or not. But look, it's not the goalkeeper's fault, in my opinion. And that massively deflated us. Okay, and then half time comes. And people asking me during the last stream, would you take a point now? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would have taken a point. But that wasn't the case. Obviously, we come out the second half and we struggled to get the terms of it. I think that Norwich started to play well. However, the second goal is another shit show. George Honeyman, does he turn off? Yes. But also, he needs more help there. And they shouldn't be doing what they did. As I said, it happened exactly the same thing to Callum Stiles earlier in the season on the other side of the pitch, but at the same end. You can't have that in professional football. 2 set pieces been undone by there. It's not good enough. But look, I'm not complaining because we've had a fucking good season. I'm just telling you that's what's happening in this game. And like the two-man said in his full-time video, it's been coming. We haven't been playing well last 2 or 3. So, you know, and you get the people on the stream going, well, that's 1 point out of possible 6. That's not good enough. It's not the way to look at it. It's one game, we write it off now. We've got the little rest. We've got no midweek game, and we try and go again. What about the 4 points we took off the top 2? What about the 3 points we got at Stoke, followed by a good point at Luton, albeit losing a lead? So that's not how I'm looking at it. They go 2-1 up, and then they really do start to pop after that. You know, we didn't have a lot coming forward. We was doing a lot of defending. Their 25 was absolutely pulling Murray Wallace to pieces, and to the point that their fans, when he was getting on the ball, almost olaying and celebrating because they knew what was going to happen. Murray Wallace, we love him, okay? And again, this is again with our strength in depth. He's been brilliant for us since day one, and he's been the player of the season last season. Murray Wallace, I may have already said this, but I'm going to say it again, is a player. This is not no disrespect to him because he's been a brilliant servant to the club. Murray Wallace is a player that has forged his career at the higher level, because maybe he shouldn't be at this level, but he's got there and he deserves to be there, and he's been brilliant for us at this level because he's super fucking fit, he's a Millwall type player, and he's got endeavour like you wouldn't want to believe. However, now he's getting slightly older, them fitness levels and them legs are going to start to go, and you will, unfortunately for him, see the standard of player he actually is, instead of, at times, maybe his fitness or his pace getting him out of shit. But look, wingers are wingers, and they're exciting players, and they're meant to do what they do and do what he did. And he burns Murray Wallace for pace, ball back across, and he said, do you know what? Shouldn't really say this. If it wasn't against us, it would have been a really enjoyable goal to watch, because it's a fucking unbelievable finish on the turn, left foot, in off the underside of the bar, and we're 3-1 down. And that's when around me where I got a little bit disappointed, because people started leaving, fucking shit, same old Millwall. Well, it isn't, because I know what you're saying, same old Millwall. We do this, we get to a point where we could get here, and we get a big crowd and we fuck it up, and that hasn't happened. Let's not forget Sheffield United. Let's not forget we put in a great shift against Burnley, QPR away, Stoke away. You know, you are not going to win every game in this. No team does. No team does, even fucking Man City and the Liverpools of this world. It doesn't happen. You're not going to win every game, and you will have off days. And I'm sure fatigue is definitely playing a part with the players. And we have got a small squad. And again, I don't blame the club that we've got a small squad. You know, it is what it is. We are where we are as a budget. We did try to get others through the door, and it didn't happen. So please, I'll encourage you all now, because I'll be the first one to jump on it. And again, I will guarantee you that Rowett would not have survived during lockdown, because you was all saying I'm mad for wanting rid of him at that point. And then some of you now are complaining about where we are. Well, look, we go to Reading. They've just been tanked 5-0, shit on the preview a bit, but we go again and we take an army up there and we fucking turn them over. And it's all good again. So we're in and around it. It's not a problem. Look, we're Millwall. We was never going to beat Norwich, right, and go 5 points clear and have that comfortable buffer where we can just relax. It will go to the death, and we'll probably fuck it, but we still love the club, because that is what it is. That's Millwall Football Club. We come back into the game, and again, I said this during my live stream. At this point, I believed, you know, under Rowett or in his tenure, or even Harris at points, maybe not so much Harris, that once that game's 3-1, we could get tanked 4-5, and we ain't come back into it. And I strongly believe yesterday we still could. And I kept saying that in the live stream. We've turned a corner. We're a different side now. Let's keep pushing. And it's exactly what we did. It's an Andreas Volkshammer corner on as a sub, and Ian Fleming, the Bermondsey Bergkamp, gets his 13th goal of the season, and he's, you know, the goals are coming now, but his game as well. He sort of, if you're a CDM and you protect that back four, he sort of does that, but for the midfield, higher up the pitch, and he's constantly turning them over and strong and driving through the middle, and it's a fucking joy to watch. And then at the end, of course, we nearly equalise. Again, right at the other end, couldn't really see it. Tom Bradshaw, it's a brilliant turn. It's a great strike, and their defender stops it on the line. So look, we've thrown the kitchen sink at it. We never give up. We fought to the death. We've had a lot of fucking games. I think it was something like 6 games in 17 days. We've come through the other side, a point outside of the playoffs. So fantastic effort. I'm not going to get down and downtrodden and downbeat about losing to a team that probably will end up getting promoted again. If not, we'll go up as champions next year. That's pretty much where they're a perfect yo-yo side, aren't they, Norwich? So fair play to Norwich. They won the game. They got themselves back in the mix. and we didn't. We lost the game, but by no means am I spitting feathers over it. I just think, okay, like Tony Warner said to me, and I always say to you about Mark McGee had a block. If we get this amount of points out of this games, I'm happy. And if that game or one other doesn't go to plan, then we wipe our mouth and we go again. And that's exactly what we will do on Saturday against Reading. I'm not sure what to do with myself now this coming week because there's no midweek game, but I'm sure I'll find saying I'll try and get some lockdown interviews in. We still have not hit 20,000 subscribers. We're about 18 short as this goes out or as I'm filming it, so it would be lovely to get there today. Lions TV was 7 years old on Friday. We didn't make it to 20k, but there you go. Shit happens, and that's life. Just finally, on two other subjects, brilliant reception yesterday from my mate Teddy Davis. Well done to everyone for joining in for that. And his little girl Mavie May, brilliant reception. Firmly applauded and supported by Norwich fans as well. So we donated all of the money yesterday from the live stream to the Davis family, and I'll give an exact number for you once our YouTube analytics kick in on Monday. Thanks everyone who watched, tuned in, clapped, and thanks as well for the donations, of course. Even a few Norwich fans and people donating from as far away as Australia, America, Goa as well. So really good day, despite the result. And of course, the FIFA president was present at the Den. Nothing really surprises me ever in SC16 that goes on, but that actually came close. I went, what? So why was he there? I don't know. Wrong answers only in the comments. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will be back for a preview as we travel to Reading, the Majeski Stadium on Saturday. Preview up Thursday. May even try and squeeze in a Den debate at some time. I know Kenny really wants to. He's not happy with me. But there you go. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.